Welcome to the Game Changer 00100 show. I'm your host, Game Changer. And I got some interesting news. I actually got it because I was watching a replay of Kevin Samuels. And because everybody was talking about that one stream he did where the dudes were calling in to simp for the B dub, over and over again. So I was I was going over that, right? And apparently, and I actually seen this thumbnail. Somebody else covered it too. Apparently, Christelyn Karazin, the girl who swirls, is now seeing a black man, allegedly. So through all the years of swirling, she just said, you know something, I'm going to get with this guy. And I'm not going to say anything against the guy or really anything against the relationship. What I am going to say is that this is what she wanted all along. You see, you can't be in a relationship with one person. Imagine this. Imagine you're with a chick who is constantly talking about her ex in a bad way. She's constantly talking about her ex and looking to throw your relationship with her in his face at every single turn. At that point, it really becomes obvious. She still has feelings for her ex. She looks at her ex. She thinks thoughts about her ex constantly. Now, any relationship like that is bound to end. Now, as I understand her story, her first actual marriage should have ended a lot sooner. It should have ended in the relationship phase. Not it should not have even went into the marriage phase. However, she how can I say? She worked her way in. She found a way to get inside. And that way was through the family way. Now, for those of you who are too young to have seen The Color Purple or just don't remember this scene, apparently this was a common expression. The family way is when a woman gets pregnant and a man marries her because that's the family way. That's the honorable thing to do. You normally would not have considered marrying her, but this is the family way. Now, in the black community, that just the fact that they had a name for it in The Color Purple, which was in the 80s, but it was a book in the 70s. Just the fact that they had a name for it back then, it means that collectively black men were already aware of this. We were aware of this. We taught our children about this. We knew the tactic. We knew that chicks were out getting pregnant by regular guys, and by regular I mean more responsible guys, in order to get the ring all too soon. So that was accomplished. That mission accomplished on that. She got the bait. Okay. She tried the same crap with her first baby daddy. By the way, she's a twice baby mama. Like, no matter how good her diction is, she takes diction and pops babies like Pez dispensers. Anyway, so she tried the crap with her first baby daddy. She just, willy nilly, oh, I'm pregnant. Popeye, please save me, I'm pregnant. So she tried that crap with him. And he's like, I'll take care of the kid. That doesn't necessarily mean I will marry you. I am not going to go for the family way. To which she responded with, I hate you and I am going to put a curse on all black men. I am going to promote swirling out the top of my lungs. I'm going to just yell it out the top of YouTube. I'm going to write books, magazines. This is my revenge because the family way didn't work for me. So she went on this revenge kick, and then she found somebody that it did work on, and then the relationship ended because she spent the entirety of the relationship talking about swirling. Swirling being the process of black women getting with white men. It's the greatest thing ever, and blah 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 blah. Kibbles and bits and little ass tits. Oh, and by the way, did y'all know that Christelyn Karazin had liposuction? Just for those of you who didn't know, Christelyn Karazin had liposuction. Christelyn Karazin, or also known as the pink pill, the girl who swirls, etc. Well, I can't really call it a girl who swirls now, can you? But the girl who talks about swirling, she has had liposuction. And who knows what all the other crap she got. I'm pretty sure she went to the doctor, threw some tits on there, and and had some injections and crap like that. I'm pretty sure she went out and had a lot done. And then talk about black don't crack. Oh, and I will cover that in a later video. And I'm not talking about Christelyn Karazin in general. I'm going to talk about the whole black don't crack phenomenon, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, as it applies to men and women. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. But back to the topic at hand. So she got in through the family way, talked about stuff that's not really going to sustain a relationship. Let's be clear. Nobody wants to hear even I'm not with one right now, right? But let's just say I was with a white girl. And all she talked about was white dudes. How much she hated white dudes. I hate them. They stink and blah 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 blah. They're chauvinistic and whatever, just whatever they have to say. They can't dance. They can't jump. All they do is swim. Whatever they want, whatever she wants to say, she spends the entirety of the relationship talking about that. I would then question, and I'm pretty sure he did early on, but the family way. I would just assume question like, is this woman into me, or is she into my blackness? Meaning that she doesn't really love me. She just loves my race, something that an entire race of people have. Basically, I could have been anybody of my race, is what I would think. And I'm pretty sure that that's what her ex-husband has come to. So that ended. Now, she didn't tell anybody because it was so much wrapped into her Girl That Swirls brand. So she gave the ring back and she went on a 2-year tirade during which she was dancing with a cardboard cutout of Waldo. That was her way of saying, "Where's Waldo?" And then after I brought it up, like, hey, I don't know if y'all know this on this channel. Check it out. It's in the thing. I don't know if y'all know this. This chick hasn't worn a ring in about 2 years. And if you go back in 2019, you'll see. Well, you can't now because she took her whole channel down. You'll see the video. It's funny. You see the video where she last wore the ring, and then the video right after that, and then the video right after that, she went to Europe looking for more white penis. So after her whole entire escapade, after her white penis adventure, she was searching all the world, Mona Lisa, Leaning Tower Pisa, Eiffel Tower, the world she scoured, looking for white penis, looking for one white dude that will fuck her regularly and consistently long term. And then she found one. She found one. He was from Canada, eh? She found herself a guy from Canada who I spoke to personally. He was from Canada. He came from the country of Canada. And not only was he a white guy, he was one that was willing to do something her ex-husband had the good sense not to do. And that is join her in her crazy. He's seen her doing crazy, and he said, you know something? I think I'm going to join this. I'm going to put my face and my social reputation on the line for this new black pussy. Why would any man wish to do something like that? Oh, because he has no social standing or he has no positive reputation. He basically has nothing to lose because he has nothing as far as social status goes. Most guys would, I know I would, most guys would stay away from some crap like that. If there was a white girl doing the reverse, I would stay the F away from that. First of all, the obvious is just the crazy of it. You want to avoid the crazy at all costs. Hit the like button. But he walked right into crazy. And what did he find? He was getting on panels, getting clowned by me. He joined the clubhouse, which is, as I understand, which is just pure black hate. Or I should say, pure black male hate. He did all that, and all this time. Keep in mind, they weren't even together that long. All this time, he never stopped and said, you know something? I should stay away from this. This seems crazy. He never said that. So somebody said a black guy took the white man's sloppy top. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. I think what you mean to say is a black man took a white man's leftovers. We're going to get into that. So he went up there thinking he was going to white knight this situation. He's going to be a champion of interracial dating, and that's how it was presented to him. In his defense, he thought he was championing the cause of interracial dating and marriage, and he's very green in that regard. He didn't know the difference between the love of a black man, or excuse me, a black woman and a white man. He thought he was promoting that. He did not realize that he was promoting hatred of black men. I could tell by talking to him. Not too bright, but his naivete was something different. So the guy from Canada was on this show. And this is where the whole not too bright, very naive thing comes into play. So the guy from Canada, he's in Clubhouse, and somebody says, "Oh, you are a Nagaga lover." And to which he responds, "Why, yes, I am a Nagaga lover." Oh, God. He's the person that says what when somebody says idiot says what. Like, I know what he was trying to do. He was trying to white knight the situation, and I am going to defend my lady by saying I love her. But let's just take the racial component away for a second, right? And let's just put any pejorative in there. And somebody says, "Is that your hoe?" And you just say, "Yes, that is my hoe. I'm proud of it. This is my hoe." It's like, damn, dude, you just called your chick a hoe. Unless she's an actual hoe, You know you done messed up, right? You know you done messed up, right? You done messed up. So he's that type of Canadian. And then apparently, and this is according to her, this is where the story gets a little she attempted to end it all. She attempted to say, you know something, I have 5 kids. I have 3 black kids. And by that, I mean she has 1 black kid and 4 halves. She has 3 black kids and 2 white ones. And she said, you know something? F them. I am going to end it all. I am going to leave a note to YouTube. And I am going to get in a car and turn on the engine. Her words. To where he comes in and white knights the situation. And he saves her from herself. At which point, even after saving her life from herself, they break up. Either he felt like, you know something, when I was thinking about the whole interracial aspect, I didn't think it came with crap like this. I'm used to women who love their children. Hit the like button. I'm used to women who I don't have these type of problems with. You see, when they give you the brochure of interracial dating, mating, and relating, they always leave out certain things. They don't really tell you certain things. They don't really tell you that you come across crap like this. Now, for a black man, our obstacles are different if you date interracially, but you know you can pretty much ignore them. Like you're gonna come across every now and again just some, and I don't really often. It's really, but you are gonna come across some some Confederate flag T-shirt wearing motherfucker, and his issues. Or you're gonna come across a sister. Like, oh, how come you couldn't get with a black? Like, oh, really? Really? And this is a segue. I hate that. Listen, ladies, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here, I'll show you. Here it is right now. Now, some of you are saying, here's what? By it, I mean my penis. Suck it. Suck it. You suck it first. Anytime you see a black man with a non-black woman, you should have sucked it first. That's what you tell yourself. You suck it first. Hurry up. Hurry up. I want you to race. I want you to not worry about your hair, not worry about your weight. I want you to race. I want you to run fast. I want you to spend your days in the gym on the treadmill preparing for the race, and at the finish line is my penis. Until you have that, then you just lost. You just lost the race. She got there first. Am I supposed to not put my penis in her mouth? And if I didn't, there's no guarantee I'll put it in yours. No, you should have got there first. So that's why guy number 2. Why guy number 2 and that situation happened. They broke up for some reason after she decided to get in a car and turn on the engine. Here, let me see if I could do this. Hold on. I'm watching this too while I'm talking, and I don't know why, but sometimes I just do stuff. So I guess I will share with you all the thing that gives me pleasure from time to time. All right. So yeah, I think I might make this a screensaver or something like that. I don't know. You just bear with me. Anyway, it relaxes me because this situation. So after that, after dude number two, she finds herself a brother, a soul brother. Now, somebody in the chat room was like, he's taking the white man's leftovers. No, he's not. No, he's not. From a racial aspect, he's taking everybody's leftovers. You see, her first husband took the black man's leftovers. And then the Canadian, the guy from Canada, he took the leftovers of the black man. You can't really be more left over than a 5 times stretched vagina. There isn't more left over after that. Now, what this guy is doing is something different. This guy, at her age, at her parental status, at her marital status, etc., 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 what he's doing is he's looking for a place for his penis to retire. No, I didn't program this. This is a printout. So as y'all know, I have 2 aquariums. However, jellyfish, I don't have. I don't have one because they're very, 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 very difficult to keep alive. They're very expensive to feed. But most importantly, they're predators. They're predator. I know they don't look like it, but they're super predators, meaning that people who have jellyfish tanks can't have anything else. That's it. You have a jellyfish in your tank, it'll tear up everything. I don't care what you got in there. Whatever badass fish you think you got in there, the jellyfish will get it. So I don't have any, but I do like them. I do think they're beautiful. There's a lot of things I like. This is a quick tangent. There's a lot of things I like, but it just doesn't really work with what I got going on, fish tank wise. I want a seahorse too. I want a seahorse. I want a couple of them. I just want to breed them. But damned if they don't have their problems too. Anyway, the stuff I want, I seem to can't get because they're problematic. Back to this situation. So these marriages, like these second marriages, you have kids, I have kids. Let's blend the families together. It's like, why? The purpose of marriage, the purpose of relationship, to me, is to rear children. You can miss me with pretty much everything else because everything else, like the pussy and all that shit, like that's well and good, but we don't really need all the marriage and all this stuff like that. We don't really need all that to sustain a healthy relationship life, or to get a healthy sex life. Listen, if it wasn't for rearing children, I would do the whole Marco Grande thing. For those of you who don't know, Marco Grande is a dude from LA who went to Colombia, and he has a channel, and he just fucks bad bitches all the time, in Medellin. The only thing that stops most men from living that lifestyle is the desire to rear children. So I don't understand these marriages with the women in their 40s, the ones with like 8 eggs left and shit. Like if you're not planning on putting a seed in that soil, I don't get it, except for you already have all the kids you want and you're just looking for a place to retire your dick. So that's what I suspect this new dude is doing. He's just looking for a place to retire his dick. And he says, something, she looks decent for her age, and because she had liposuction, amongst other things, I'm sure, And this will, and she has her own money. So this will be a good place to retire my penis, is what he's saying. Nothing wrong with that. I say go for it. Now, you all are saying, GC, if there's nothing wrong, why are you making this video? Aha, I tell y'all why I'm making this video. And here is the great crime. Here is the great sin in all of this. And this sin is not to the black man that she's currently with, allegedly. It's not to her ex-husband. That's a whole separate sin. It's not to the Canadian Serpentor. That's something different altogether. That's just him. That's a whole different topic. The sin isn't even to her children. You want to know what the great sin is? I'm going to tell you. Right after I read this super chat. Hold on. Mr. Shane Vicious says, sounds like they are passing around community putty. Well, there are more passed around women. I will say that. But still, to me, I don't really mind a woman's count. I don't really mind a woman's count because, you know, like I understand the mating climate we live in or the sexual climate we live in, for one, but I do mind the amount of babies that popped out of a chick. That's a whole different count. That is a whole different count. Like, I don't count the number of dicks in you. Because I done lost, you know, my own personal count of how many times I've been in. And this isn't bragging. I mean, I think people stop counting around, like, you know, once you run out of fingers and shit. So, you know, like I lost my count a long time ago. But I don't really care about that too much on a chick. Unless she's selling it or something like that. But what I do count, and it's easy to count because there's a receipt. There's living, breathing receipts. I count the kids and I count the daddies. Now that count is all kinds of fucked up. All kinds of fucked up. That is a messed up count. And that is something I keep track of. You got to look at her on paper. Like, on paper, just look at the situation. So she got what she got? 5 kids, 2 baby daddies, divorcee, and 48. On paper, that looks like crap. That looks like my 3rd grade report card. It looks like crap. I had trouble spelling. Couldn't spell for shit. It looks like crap. Anyway, the crime isn't even to her children. The great crime was to her supporters. You want to know why? I'm going to tell y'all why. That's because she set them up. I'm going to repeat that. She set them up. I want y'all to follow me through this scenario. But before I do that, one more super chat. Dane C says, GC, first super chat on your channel. Well, not today. I don't know if you were the first ever. I forget who the first ever was, because I did Cash App for a long time before I even accepted super chat. I was weary on if I wanted to monetize, because, you know, I didn't want to be that dude. But I eventually gave in, and, you know, I'm spending a lot of time, so I should get something out of it. But I don't know if you were the very first, but you're not the first today. That honor goes to Mr. Shane Vicious. The great sin is to her subscribers. It's to her followers. Imagine if that guy with the mustache in the 40s, imagine if he had a wife that was God's chosen. It's like, wait a minute. But it's not even that. That's actually a bad comparison. Here's why it's bad. What she did was she eliminated these women as competition. She knew what she wanted. She wanted some of that chocolate penis. Penis. She wanted some of that chocolate penis all along. She left her husband because she wanted some of that chocolate penis all along. She left the Canadian dude that saved her life from her life because she wanted some of that chocolate penis all along. She needed that penis. She wanted that penis. She had to have that penis. She did all this, everything she was doing all this time was so she can get to that chocolate penis. And you want to know how she's seen her subscribers? She's seen her subscribers as bitches in her way. Like all those thousands of women who come to her for advice, for counseling, for guidance, for direction. She was like, bitch, you in my way. You in my way. You are competition. We are competing. You need to pass the baton. And by baton, I mean that penis. You need to pass it to me. Some of you women are younger, hotter, sexier, childless, and you are in my motherfucking way. Why don't you go swirl somewhere while I go after this chocolate penis? Why don't you find something else to do with your younger, hotter, sexier, childless vagina because it's in the way of me getting this chocolate penis? Kevin Samuels, give me that penis. Nagona Levin, give me that penis. She was out for it. She was out for it. Obsidian, give me that penis. Information man, give me that penis. She was out for it. And she's seen all these women. She was like, you know something? Black penis would be so easy to get if it wasn't for all these other black women. So she just said to all these black women, why don't y'all go over there and divest? Why don't y'all go over there and divest? Here's my pinky. Go over there and divest. And while you are out divesting, I'm going to find me a dude. And this guy is going to say, where's all the black pussy? Where's all this? Where's all the black women? How come all these chicks are swirling? Oh well, I might as well get with this chick. Everybody else seems to be swirling. So she basically set them up to fail just so she can get that one chocolate sustainable penis. It was for the okie doke. They fell for the okie doke and the rope a dope and the dokey yoke. Okay, so we got Nagona Levin in here. So Nagona Levin, his sister sorority, got some of the baddest ones in there. It's between them and the Deltas, right? So let's just say I am a senior in college, right? And I come across a young jawline dude, handsome dude. And I say to them, you need to divest from them AKAs. You need to divest from them deltas. You need to stay away. You need to keep your penis out of them. You need to get with the non-Greeks. And better yet, you need to go get yourself a white one. You need to go find yourself a white one. That's what you need to do. So I say, stay away from them AKAs. They nothing but trouble. I say that. And then what do I do when he's out divesting from the AKAs, from the Deltas, from the black women in general? What do I do? I'm at the AKA parties and events. I'm at the step shows. I'm trying to step to one. I'm trying to get me one of those. While at the same time preaching the virtues of non-AKA-ism. Ladies, you were hoodwinked. You was bamboozled. You was led astray. You was running the fuck. And now look at you. Look at you. You see, here's the thing. Black American men are like 10% of the male population in this country. In this country. But Nagon, I had a problem with AKAs. So quick story, they found out about BDSM and a lot of them decided not to fuck with me. Like this was early on in college. Yeah. Long story short. Anyway, what was I saying? You were led astray. Black chicks. Your pussy was in the way. Now, she's not going to stop. Why? Because it's too much money in it. She used all of you to get to the penis that was rightly yours. She basically took you out of your birthright, out of your genetic right. Think about it. We are only 10% of the American population, the American male population. She has access to all the men in the world, and she found herself with our little 10% in her vagina. That's not a coincidence. This was her plan all along. She's seen you as competition, and y'all gave her money. Y'all gave her money. Y'all supported her lifestyle. Y'all made it possible. She couldn't have done it without you. She wouldn't have been able to afford the liposuction. She wouldn't have been able to afford the Botox or whatever she does. She wouldn't be able to afford her routine without it. Without you, without your support. Y'all made it possible for her to get the penis that is due her. And she's still going to do it. Why? Because she wants your money. She wants your money. And y'all give it to her. Hold on. Let me address some things in the chat. All right. Been looking at jellyfishes. I expect she'll be seeing Angel Ramirez Jordan soon. Oh, what? She got a thing for him or something? Who knows? Who knows with that shit? But yeah, Obsidian was saying that she was like mighty flirty with Kevin Samuels. GC, I sent you an email of Chrissy and Karazin beefing. Okay, well, I check it out. I did see her post. CK was just saying, like, you know, why would I out you about your boyfriend or something like that? You know, I just look at that as like vagina issues. I don't really, you know, pay much attention to that. But she's unraveling. She's unraveling, and she completely unraveled with her friends, or the whole communities of chicks. And the reason why she unraveled is because she wasn't getting that penis. Like, all of this was just years and years of absent of vagina that wasn't being properly filled. And this isn't a shot at her husband, her previous husband, or even the Canadian dudes. This isn't a shot at them, but they didn't possess what she truly needed, and that was a BBC. She's been walking around crazy for decades, craving it. Her style of behavior is similar to that of a drug addicted person. I want y'all to follow me for a second. Imagine somebody who's addicted to drugs. Let's just say heroin or crack or coke or something like that. What do? They find themselves in a situation where they can't get it. I actually knew a guy like this. Don't ask me how I knew him, but I knew him. Finds himself in a situation that you can't get it. Like jail. That was his situation. He was in jail. It was very expensive in jail, and most inmates can't afford it. I know in the movies, and I've never been locked up, but this is what I hear. I know in the movies, the drug dealers, they get it costs more money, and the prisoners have less money. So if you're hooked and you go inside, chances are you're going to come out sober because you can't afford that crap, unless your parents really love you. And if they loved you, they wouldn't give you money to buy shit like that. So it's a losing endeavor anyway. So that's how he kicked, right? And what do people that kick their addiction do? They get on a soapbox and they convince others. They go to the meetings, they talk about it, they have seminars and stuff. They convince others not to do what they did. Nah, not now. That is their whole spiel. And then eventually, sometimes, for some people, they get back on the wagon. And they still go around pretending like, they're regular sober people. But they're not. Why do I bring that up? Christelyn Karazin is addicted to the BBC. She's addicted to it. And she spent the last 20 or so years, in sobriety. She was in the sober phase where you're just like, my name is Christelyn Karazin. Hi, Christelyn. I've been an addict of BBC for 20 years now, and I just want everybody here listening to know it's bad. It's bad. It's dusty. It's bad. It's bad, but I want it. It's bad, but I need it. It's bad. Can I have it? It's bad. Can you give me some? She is a BBC addict. Now, first of all, I can't stand BBC addicts. And for those of you who've been around those chicks with ethnic fetishes and shit like that, you know what I'm talking about. That's just me personally. Get yours where you get it. Appreciate the super sticker, Kenneth Williams. So that's her thing. She has come out of sobriety. And now she has found what she's looking for. Now, is she going to, size queens. And it's not really size queens. It's people with like psychological ethnic fetishes that's really twisted. Like, say if you're a Latin dude, how would you feel if a chick said, "Hey, could you put on a sombrero and say, hey, that scream that they do? Like, ooh, could you hit a pinata? Like, that's weird. I shouldn't say it's weird. Everybody has fetishes, but listen, that's just not my thing. Race play is not my thing. To each his own, though. To each his own. Like, if you come across a baddie and she says, could you talk like Barack Obama? I mean, hey, it's your decision. It's your decision at that point if you want to do a Barack Obama role play or some crap like that. Like if you want to do a Tiger Woods skit with her, hey, to each his own. What goes on in your bedroom goes on in your bedroom. Me, it's not my thing. I probably do it for like a black chick, but yeah, it's not my thing. Anyway, it's not my thing when it's a race thing. Um, where was I? But it is her. Race is a big portion of her sexual gratification. That's why she talks about it. That's why race, white or black or other, that's why race is such an important factor to her. Which is why, when she got her husband, she didn't just say, okay, I got a nice guy. His father is a superior court judge. He seems like he'll make a good father. She didn't say that. She said, I got a white dude. She constantly has race on her brain. And that's why I stay away from white chicks like that. Because it almost always comes with some weird ass baggage. As the Canadian dude found out, it came with weird ass baggage. Appreciate your super sticker, fam. What this chick want? Oh, but you don't say anything about non-black women who get plastic surgery. You say nothing about non-black women who get lips. I think you mean liposuction. You are a colorist, racist bigot. You hate black ladies. You see, here's the thing. Logic bomb dropper. She is not all black women. She is a black woman whose message I preach against. The reason why I bring up that Christelyn Karazin got liposuction is because she likes to give black women a false message. You see, she's not just lying to the men who put their penis in her, and frankly, I don't really care about that lie. No, this is deeper than that. She's telling them that black don't crack. Like, look at how we age. She's hiding, she's trying to defy nature, and she's presenting it as natural. That's why I bring it up. She's out here telling these young ladies, you'll never really look old because you black. Look at me. No, you don't look your age because you all surgered up and shit. That's the lie. That's the type of crap I don't like. It's the lie. And trust me, we're going to get into the crack of it soon. But you young ladies, listen to me good. You're going to crack. You're going to crack. You're going to fat. And you're going to all kinds of crap. And your melanin isn't going to protect you from that. Ask Cicely Tyson's old ass if she cracks. Ask Esther Rose if she fat. Everybody age. Don't listen to these stupid ass bitches. Yes, with enough money, you can Frankenstein your way out of it. But best believe, naturally, she's one fat ass crack bitch with grays everywhere, including down there. Don't play me, and don't play these young ladies. You already played them out of the penis that you're fucking. That's pretty normal. Most black women hate black men but love BBC. There's some truth in that. And that's what makes it like a narcotic. People who are addicted to it, they have a love-hate relationship with it. But see, this is something different. This is her teaching listen, RIP to all, RIP Cicely Tyson, RIP Esther Rose. I don't know of any old chicks that are alive. I don't know of any old famous chicks that are alive right now. So yeah. Hey, and shout out to the brothers. Shout out to the brothers who aren't on drugs. I'm not talking about like Ezel and Omar and stuff like that. Shout out to the brothers who are not on drugs. Shout out to the father from Good Times. Shout out to that brother. Dang, he old. Shout out to James Earl Jones. Dang, he old. Brothers be living alone. Don't do drugs and you just live hell alone. Shout out to them. They gotta be old as shit. But no, I say Cicely Tyson because I know she's passed, but I can't think of any old black women that hadn't died yet. So I use her. Anyway, what was I saying? I lost my train. The moral of the story. The moral of the story is that this whole swirling endeavor was just a ploy. It was just a ploy to get a black toy. That's it. It was a ploy to get a black toy. It was a trick to get some black, you know what? That's all it is. It's the elimination of competition, of fierce competition. It's the elimination of that. And you ladies fell for it. And she's still going to do it because she still needs your money. So she could go in and get this Mrs. Frankenstein technique that she does in order to, say that black don't crack and all that crap. Just so she can feed her vaginal addiction to black penis. Somebody say, do I have any pictures of them? No, I don't have any pictures of them. In fact, I say allegedly because I don't even know if it's true. Yeah, I just heard Kevin Samuel say it, and I seen it mentioned on Black Intro TV. It may or may not be true. Maybe it's something that what's her name, Chrissy, outed her on. Like Chrissy just knew, and it's like, yeah. But she created a world for herself where she is ashamed as a black woman to get with a black man. She had to hide that, just like she had to hide her divorce. And why? And this is another thing. Let's just say she's not addicted to the dick, right? Let's just say she's not addicted, right? Then that means that she couldn't, with access to the entire world, find and sustain a non-black penis. She had to come to the smallest percentage of the population, of the global population, to fulfill her needs. That really says something. That really says something. So it's either that, or what I strongly suspect is that this whole swirling thing was a ploy in order to eliminate competition. Listen, and ladies, I know you listen. And I'm talking to you, young black ladies. I don't, and I'm not talking to you if you're fat either, because you don't really count. Yeah, to me, I'm gonna say this. Everybody goes through hardships in relationships. Everybody goes through troubles. Everybody goes through breakups. Everybody has points, man and woman, when they hate their individual counterparts and when they hate the plurality of the gender, meaning, men go through episodes where they just like, I hate all women, and women go through episodes where I hate all men. And black women go through episodes where I hate all black men. And black men go through episodes where, I hate all black women. I shouldn't say everybody. I mean, unless you're that guy who played Falcon on Avengers, Anthony Mackie, who like found his wife in the second grade. Unless you're that, you're going to go through a breakup or two where you feel that way. And when you do, there's gonna be a chick like this in your ear. There's going to be, yeah, see, there's gonna be a chick like this in your ear. There's gonna be some chick that's like, oh, blah 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 blah, this and this, and you see they're playing on your temporary hatred and frustration. They're preying on it to get money, to get clicks, to get views, but most importantly, to get you out the way. They know that breakups happen. You cry a little, boo hoo, boo hoo, and then you find your next boo. That's just what you do. You pull up your big girl panties, you find a man, and then you take down your big girl panties. That's just how you live. And swirling is not a solution. Don't get me wrong. Keep your options open by all means. If you find yourself a Prince Charming, who cares what color he is? I don't. But don't let these bitches get in your head and make you hate the very men that they are seeking. Because these old empty vaginas, they've been where you've been. They've been scorned and they bounce back. And when they bounce back and they went out looking for some penis, you want to know what they realized? I'm too damn old. So what do? They figure if they can convince all the young women not to mess with the demographic of men that I'm interested in, then it'll be less competition. You see, understand this. And know this. Know this is your power over lesser women. Once again, by lesser, I'm not talking to you fat women. If you're fat, lose weight. If you're fat and young, lose weight before you're fat and old. But you young women, you younger, hotter, sexier, childless woman, you want to know what your superpower is? You want to know what your power is that and you don't even recognize it because you were born with it? Kind of like we don't really recognize being able to see in color as a positive as humans because we were born with the ability to do it. But if eventually you start seeing everything in black and white, and you probably like, oh dang, I really appreciate seeing in color now. All those years I've seen in color. Your superpower is the only women that less attractive and older women can get are the ones that you don't want. I repeat, the only women that older, less attractive women can get is the women or excuse me, the only men that older, less attractive women can get is the ones that you don't want. And they know that. And they know that. They know that. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her eye. Look at her eye. They know that. She's looking at you. She's looking at you with hatred. She's trying to convince you to they are eating your garbage. They are eating your garbage penis. Right now, Christelyn Karazin has a garbage penis inside of her. Why is it garbage penis? Not because he's probably my age. Not because he's older. Because it's your garbage. This is your garbage penis. This is the penis that you don't want, and they need more of it. They need more of it. That's like the homeless coming to my house and saying, "Game changer, don't eat all that steak. Too much red meat is bad for you." So I throw away half of it, and this nigga's out in the trash eating the other half. They want your garbage. They're mad that you're not leaving enough penis behind for them. That's why they hate you, and that's why they tell you to do crap like swirl. That's why they try to get you to do other things other than eat the penis that's available to you. Don't let them convince you to trash good penis. Beautiful women. Ugly bitches aren't your friends. They not your friend, and they damn sure are not your sister. They not that. They're not on your side. They're lesser women. Now, men are different. Men, we just gain comfort in our place. I know if I go out kicking it with Michael B. Jordan, Idris Elba, Shamar Moore, and Morris Chestnut, I know who's not getting pussy, and that's me. Is that gonna stop me from kicking it with him? No. Am I gonna say stuff like, "Oh no, you don't want to fuck her"? Probably. I never kicked it with him. But the point, but the but the point is that they shouldn't believe me when I say that crap. If I tell Michael B. Jordan, "Hey, you don't want to fuck Lori Harvey because I heard some things about her and blah 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 blah," he'll be like, "Bullshit, nigga. Don't have me go Creed on you. Like, I know that you're saying that because you're trying to fuck her. And yeah, you're right, I am." So all that shit she was talking is because she wants your leftovers. If I tell Michael B. Jordan some crap like that, it's because I want his motherfucking leftovers. I want him to leave over more pussy for me. Don't fall for that crap. Listen, once again, life is full of, breakups, good and bad. After that, you pull up your not your big girl, your little girl panties. I hope you're not a big girl. You pull up your little girl panties, you find another dude, and then you pull down your little girl panties. Your adult little girl panties. So with that, want to thank the Cash Apps and Super Chats. Want to thank the members. Those of you who are not members and would like to become one, go ahead and hit that join button. Managers and moderators, those who are listening silently, and those who participate in the chat. Make sure, very important, that you hit that like button on your way out. And remember, this is Game Changer 00100. Game over. Peace.